Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another themed week of eats video. Although I don't know what to call them anymore because they're not really a week at all. It's kind of just like somewhere more than a week, somewhere less than a month. I don't know, just like a period of time where I eat a lot of things that are themed after a certain theme. This video's theme is childhood, mostly my childhood, but also some relatable things that a lot of you guys will be like, oh, I ate that, like Pop-Tarts, Bagel Bites, whatever. But a lot of things are also just like my specific childhood, like things that I liked as a kid and things that my parents fed me as a kid. I just thought it would be fun. People like nostalgia. I like nostalgia. I am people. We're gonna start this off with a grocery haul. Honestly, there's too much grocery hauling in this video. I tend to go a little crazy because I want like many different specific things. Please enjoy this video. It was fun to make all these foods and also of course to eat them. Starting with Target, I got some mini bagels. I got these for making bagel bites at home. You know, this is quite a bit bigger than a bagel bite, but I don't know what else you would do other than just buy these, you know? Like, I guess you could make your own like tiny bagels, but that sounds really annoying. I also got some Pop-Tarts, strawberry unfrosted Pop-Tarts. The unfrosted Pop-Tarts are the only Pop-Tarts that are vegan, I guess. And it's literally just because they put gelatin in the frosting, which is so annoying. Not like I would really be buying Pop-Tarts all that much, you know, but occasionally, I don't know, it's like a fun nostalgic food I would buy like once a year or something. I used to love Pop-Tarts as a child. The strawberry frosted ones were up there as one of my favorites. I also loved the hot fudge sundae ones and the s'mores ones a lot, and the brown sugar ones. I'm considering if I will make a frosting for it to try, but we'll see. I also got an Olipop root beer. I've never had an Olipop before. I know the girlies love it. Supports digestive health. Honestly, I probably need that. Prebiotics, botanicals, plant fiber. Wait, I did not realize there's fiber in this. What the hell? That's why people love it? Because there's fiber in it? That seems so wrong. I loved root beer as a kid. I drank a lot of soda as a kid. Like a lot of soda. I feel like I would change my mind a lot, you know? Like I would try a new thing and be like, this is my favorite now. But root beer. I loved root beer as a kid. Still love root beer. You know, this is supposed to be like childhood foods, but like applied to my adult life, you know, so we're veganizing them and somewhat healthifying them, you know, making things more balanced, or like just making them like revisiting childhood foods, but like in a way I would eat them now. I still would drink root beer now, you know, at this age, but it's not very interesting to just watch me drink a root beer, you know. So I was like, let's try this healthier, supportive digestive health type of root beer. Pizza sauce for the bagel bites, mushrooms for, I'm not sure yet. It's been harder and harder to find the Vegenaise lately, the Follow Your Heart Vegenaise, which is scary because like what's going on? But I found the Tabitha Brown spreads, aioli spread, which is basically like a mayonnaise, on clearance for only $3.49. And I also got some Tofurkeys. I might try to make an adult Lunchable. Grocery outlet, I got some pepperoni. This is for the bagel bites. I've never tried this Sweet Earth pepperoni, so we'll see, but there's not a lot of pepperoni options in my stores, I feel like, and it was a good deal. I got some green beans for a side to a meal I'll talk about later. I got Taco Bell crunchy taco shells. I might try to make a cheesy gordita crunch. That's what I used to love as a child at Taco Bell. Well, at least at some point. I feel like for the longest time I would just get a quesadilla, you know, when I was like a picky little baby. But once I started like actually trying to branch out a little, the cheesy gordita crunch was like my obsession at Taco Bell. I would get it every time and it felt like a special, like not everyone gets the cheesy gordita crunch, you know? And I've never had it since because obviously it's not vegan and I've never tried to veganize it myself, so I got 4 cans of Pillsbury biscuits just because there were 4 for $1 and I need biscuits. And I thought, I'll just use the other ones for something. You can use canned biscuits for a lot of different things, you know? I got some strawberry banana cashew milk yogurt in a squeezy thing. I used to be obsessed with yogurt as a child. I would eat yogurt like every day. That was my after school snack. And I loved like strawberry banana yogurt. I got Carmela Creamery pepper jack cheese. I just really like this brand and I wanted like pepper jack cheese, so that'd be good for like Taco Bell. I got a block cheese today at Grocery Outlet. Classic matzo style block, and it says it's a new recipe with oats and chickpeas, so I don't think I've had that before. I'm gonna use this for the bagel bites. and maybe other things if I need it. And that's pretty much it. I'm definitely gonna have to go grocery shopping more later, but that's the gist of it. I'm very excited for this video. But before we get on with the rest of the video and the next childhood favorite, I want to take a quick minute to thank Scentbird for sponsoring this video and also supporting my channel in the process. If you've never heard of them, Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that allows you to test out, try out fragrances from a wide variety of companies. They got the name brands if that's something that you care about. They got the Prada and the Gucci and whatnot, but then they also got the more niche brands, you know. For me personally, I'm honestly afraid of buying perfume. I know that if I tried to buy a full bottle of perfume, I would probably just pick the one with the prettiest bottle and then I might not like the fragrance. So something like this is perfect for someone like me because I can just try out different scents, and if I end up not liking it, it's just a little sample size, you know, like I didn't have to pay for the whole bottle because perfume can be very expensive, but it's still a good amount. It's still a month's supply, you know, of perfume. You get quite a lot of sprays out of there, and they have these fun little cases that are magnetic that hold the perfume vial in, like so. Stick it in and close it, and then you just Scentbird sent me Hermetica, Appear, Pear, Green Apple, and Caramel, which is honestly something I would never pick out myself. So something like Scentbird is the only time I would try something like that because I just wouldn't know like how I would feel about like fruity and caramely scents, you know? It honestly makes me like a little bit hungry. The next one we have Furla Irresistible, Lily, Freesia, White Camellia, Tuberose, and Cipresso, and I don't know if I'm saying any of those flowers right, and it literally smells like I'm outside. There's flowers all around. Some floral scents can be very like artificial smelling. This smells like real life flowers. The next one we got Danse Etoile by Grace DeMonico. This one's got Lily of the Valley, so must be 5 stars, am I right? That was an Animal Crossing reference. It's also got spicy geranium, citrus, rose, and a cord of musk, which I don't know what that means, but I do like musk. To me, it's like a relaxing, like pleasant vibe. If you don't know where to start, Scentbird has a quiz on their website. They just ask you about what kind of vibe you're going for, and they'll point you in the direction of some perfumes that would match that, but you can decide which perfume you want to try every month. If you are interested in trying out Scentbird, you can use my code ewing, E-W-I-N-G, for 55% off your first month, so it's only a little over $7, available in the USA and Canada. And let's get on with the rest of the video. Okay, so the first thing that I made, of course, was the vegan bagel bites. This was really fun, would definitely do it again, and would recommend. They tasted how I remembered bagel bites to be, although I feel like I haven't had any sort of bagel bite since going vegan, like homemade, or I don't even know if they have store-bought vegan bagel bites. Probably someone does. But anyways, apart from it being a little bit tedious because you have to like put the sauce on each little bagel and, you know, decorate each one rather than just slapping it all on one big pizza, I feel like it was worth it though, because it was just fun. Like, it's such a fun little way to eat pizza. Okay, you could also be a lot more messy than I was being. I was trying to make them look cute for the video. But it'd also be fun if you want to do like different toppings for each bagel. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm grating my block of cheese. Although, I don't know, I felt like I put a lot of cheese when I was grating it. But then after they cooked, I feel like I could have put a lot more. Also, I put olive oil before I put the sauce and stuff. And that was a mistake. I should have put olive oil on the top, like on the top over all the cheese and the pepperoni, because those things on the top dried out while they were cooking. That's the only problem with my bagel bites. They turned out great. I really loved them. Delicious. But definitely they were like a little bit dry on the top. The pepperoni and the cheese got like a little crisp to it. So either like putting olive oil on the top of it or like spraying them with water as they cook at least. Because I made them again like days later and I did that. I put olive oil on top and I also put more cheese. And they were delicious. Even more delicious because they're delicious here as well. And here I'm trying to get my thumbnail shot. And yes, highly recommend. I want to do this with friends sometime, like have friends over and make little pizza bagel bites. I don't know, it just seems like a fun thing to eat with friends, you know?
because it's like a finger food. Just I guess pizza's a finger food too, but I also had it with some carrots and vegan ranch because no, it's not vegan ranch. It's actually a squeezable mayonnaise that I got at a grocery outlet that I don't love. I don't love it, but it, you know, it's supposed to be like carrots and ranch because carrots and ranch with pizza, that feels like a kid thing, like a nostalgic, like, you know. Anyways, I did not buy these for this video, but I had them in the freezer and I felt like it kind of fit the vibe because like ice cream sandwiches feel like a nostalgic childhood thing, you know. I got these at grocery outlet, of course, so I don't know what the real full price is in stores usually, but they are delicious. Highly recommend if you find that the price works for you. I love the cookie. I feel like a lot of ice cream sandwiches, I don't care for the cookie very much, but this one has a good cookie. For breakfast this day, I'm having a Pop-Tart. I'm not doing anything to it. I just like wanted to eat a Pop-Tart and remember how Pop-Tarts taste. I think ever since I learned that the unfrosted Pop-Tarts were vegan, I never actually got one or ate one because I just felt like, like why would I want an unfrosted Pop-Tart? Like what's the point? But honestly, the unfrosted Pop-Tarts are still actually good. Dare I say it? I still find them delicious. So, and they're slightly less sweet, so kind of like, you know, it's like the more adult version.
Okay, another grocery haul. I thought I could make it through more of the week before I had to go grocery shopping again, but no, I needed some stuff. So anyways, we got a cup of noodle, just one, because I want to make a cup noodle. Used to love cup noodles as a kid. I needed a regular milk and a whole milk type milk, so I got the extra creamy Walmart oat milk. Oh yeah, so this is Walmart. I needed a strawberry syrup because I want to make strawberry fraps, like the Starbucks strawberry frappe. I used to love that as a kid. That one and the vanilla. But all the strawberry syrups that I could find were like just like a big bottle and like high fructose corn syrup and stuff. And not that I'm someone who's like, oh my god, I can't eat high fructose corn syrup. Like, you know, I'm not afraid of anything. Well, some things, but I'm fine with eating high fructose corn syrup every once in a while. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. But if I get that big thing of strawberry syrup, like, I might never use it again, and that just bothers me. So I wanted to find a strawberry syrup that I actually would want to use in more things and more often, you know? So I looked in the cocktail section, in the liquor section, and I found a strawberry syrup made with cane sugar. Although this is thinner, because it's for cocktails, a simple syrup, but I hope that won't matter too much. I got some provolone because I needed provolone. I liked provolone as a child. We'll get to it. I got some puff pastry. This brand actually, I was reading the ingredients and then I realized that it literally says suitable for vegans right here. Vegan puff pastry by Just Roll. I also got a whole pack of the chicken vegan ramen just because it's so cheap. It's really good for like emergency meals or like taking it somewhere if you need something to take somewhere. Literally this whole thing, 12 pack for like $3.30 or something like that. I got a rice pilaf pack. My mom used to love these. She still loves them. I remember like once I went vegan, she was so happy when she found out that the ones that she usually buys are vegan, so she could still make them. These are good for when you want to make a specific side dish and you don't have all the ingredients for it at the moment, you know? It's kind of like, what's it called? Hello Apron? Hello Chef. Green Apron. Blue Apron. Green Chef, whatever the, you know. And then from Aldi, I got some Cinnamon Crunch Squares cereal, which is like obviously their version of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch has vitamin D3 in it, which is not vegan because it comes from sheepskin, and this one does not have that. I'm a little bit nervous that any of the other vitamins could be not vegan though, but I haven't heard about other vegans typically being non-vegan in cereal. If anyone has any more insight, please let me know because I want to do something with it. I have an idea. I got some freeze-dried strawberries for sprinkling on top of if I make the Pop-Tart topping, Pop-Tart frosting, and also if I need them for the strawberry frappuccino. Strawberries, is it strawberries and cream frappuccino? I got these knockoff Ritz crackers from Aldi for my adult Lunchables, vegan Lunchables. A white cake mix that I hope is accidentally vegan. I'm going to add my rainbow sprinkles in it to make funfetti cake because I used to love funfetti cake as a kid. I got some beefsteak tomatoes for a sandwich, I think. Some tortillas that I hope will work for my cheesy gordita crunch. I don't know exactly how big the crunchy taco shells are, and these need to like wrap around it. So I just kind of guessed, but I don't really know. I never buy crunchy taco shells. I never eat crunchy taco shells. So I had not a good concept of how big they are. I got some broccoli, and I hate the way this is packaged, but it was such a good deal. And then I got some onions. I also got the Aldi oat milk, and I got the Aldi almond whipped cream for my frap, some lettuce for my cheesy gordita crunch, and some salsa for also the cheesy gordita crunch. And that's everything. But yeah, very happy with my purchases today. Am I? I'm pretty happy. I'm fine. I'm good. So, as a kid, I really loved yogurt, like a lot. I would sometimes dip apple slices in yogurt, but this is the only vegan yogurt that they had at grocery outlet that was flavored, and I could just drink it. But that's not that interesting, so I thought I could make a smoothie out of it. When I was allowed to get like a fun little treat drink, you know, I loved those like yogurty creamy smoothies, and strawberry banana was like one of my favorite flavors of like things, you know? But also, I realized I don't have frozen strawberries. I kept getting scared because there was a big like frozen strawberry recall, and I didn't feel like looking up exactly like what brands and what, you know, so I just didn't get any frozen strawberries. But I do have blueberries, so I was like, maybe it'd just be like a strawberry banana blueberry. Strawberry berry. Instead of strawberry banana, strawberry berry smoothie, you know? But instead of just a smoothie with fruit and yogurt and milk, I would make it more like filling, like how I would actually make a smoothie as in like these days, you know, where it's more of like a meal. So I'm also gonna put oats and hemp seeds in it, and that's it. Okay, let's go. So I got, this does not stand on here. So I'm gonna put a little bit of extra creamy, is this stable? A little bit of extra creamy oat milk, because I want it to be creamy. Also finish this one off. Hemp seeds. Yogurt. That's delicious. Tastes like my childhood. Yeah, like this is not gonna make it strawberry-y enough. I put too much milk. Immediately I realized that. Mixed berry banana. That's what we're gonna call this. Mixed berry banana. Wild berry banana. Is wild berry like an actual thing, or is it just like several berries mixed together? And then some oats. Oh, okay. Could have measured it maybe, but okay. Frozen berries. Banana. Much milk, it's too thin already. Oh my god, it's already so sweet. Delicious. And now I ruined the aestheticness of my straw. Delicious, just like the smoothies of my childhood, but with a nutty flavor added to it. Oh, it's not gonna fit. That looks so good. Oh my god, that's delicious. Absolutely. Like, I actually didn't expect it to be that good. It seems thin, like it's very pourable, but it's like, it's still like thick and like really creamy. Another thing I loved as a child was ramen, especially in cup form. Cup noodles, loved it. I'm gonna make it how I make it at my older age, but I just realized there's not that much room in here. So I'm going to be adding some vegetables and some greens and some protein in the form of tofu. I just have this block of spinach in here that I keep forgetting about, so I'm just gonna put a chunk of it in there. And also some vegetables. Just a little, there's not very much room. And some leftover tofu that I just cut into chunks. And I'm just shoving it all in there. The noodles will cook down a bit, you know, so I'm really shoving it in there. I can add more as it cooks down. And I'm also gonna put some of this chili garlic sauce, which should I be preserving it because of the whole sriracha thing? Maybe.
Okay, so here's my cup noodle with my veggies and all that, stirring it around, although it was pretty full to the brim. And I'm showing you that I've been loving adding these specific seasonings to my ramen cups lately. Curry powder and this mushroom umami seasoning. Delicious combo. I added in a little more tofu like as I ate it and made more room in the cup. But yum. Okay, so we're about to discuss a bit of a disaster, a bit of a tragic moment for me that I had. Basically, there's this casserole that my mom used to make when I was a child sometimes, and I always thought it was just something that she like made up, but now I understand that it's a thing. It's a cream of chicken casserole. Cream of chicken soup casserole, I don't know. And there's cream of chicken soup in it, and there's pasta, like short pasta noodles in it, and then other things, cheese, and breadcrumbs on top. Okay, so I wanted to make something like that. And obviously I could have just made a cream of vegan chicken soup. I've been using a lot of like fake cheese, fake meat kind of things in this video. So I wanted to do something that was more like accessible, more whole foods. So I was like, why don't I make like a cream of mushroom soup inspired by the cream of mushroom recipe that I use for green bean casserole every year for Thanksgiving. It's a really easy recipe. It's a really good cream of mushroom soup for that casserole. So I thought it would go great in this. And then for some extra protein, I wanted to do lentils in there too. So like a cream of mushroom lentil casserole. And I was like, that sounds great. I was kind of doing some like Thanksgiving-y herbs, you know, I got the like dried thyme and rosemary and stuff. I also put mushroom seasoning in there. I also added some frozen veggies just to keep with the like easy accessibleness, you know. But I was kind of hurrying because I had somewhere to go tonight after this. I thought I could just wing it and not really go off of like a recipe or whatever. And it was not right at all. I didn't have nearly enough broth or like sauciness for how much food I was putting in this casserole, you know? The ratio was just completely off. So here I'm making more sauce for it, more broth, but it still wasn't nearly enough. So it just ended up kind of like dry and not dry, I don't know, just like not like a casserole, and also like a little bit bland because I was just like trying to hurry and I wasn't tasting it as I went. But anyways, getting to the topping, I said breadcrumbs, right? So I had this stuffing mix and I've talked about it so many times. I'm sorry, it's still not bad, I promise, it's not expired, but I thought this would be good topping for this if I like crumbled it up, basically like a breadcrumb, right? I was mashing that bag of stuffing mix. I felt like I was going so hard, and then I just poured it out and it was just like nothing even happened. And I'm still really confused about that. I was just tired at that point, and I was like, whatever, they're just gonna be little cubes on top of the casserole, even though that looks really freakish. Also, I did put some potato chips on there too, because I had the end of a bag of potato chips. But with the cubes of stuffing and the sharp shards of potato chips on top, it didn't look appetizing at all. It didn't look cute. And I was really sad. I was so disappointed in myself. I was mad at how much time I wasted on cooking this meal. But all that to say that it ended up being okay, because we revisit this later on in the video. Not later on in the video. Later on in this video series, there will be a part 2 to the childhood foods where I will come back to the leftovers of this and make it a lot better, and everything's okay. Okay, so don't worry. But yes, I considered not including this in the video, but you guys like when I show my mistakes, so it's included. Anyways, let's move on to something else. Okay, so I'm having some of these cinnamon crunch squares. I still love them, delicious by the first bite, like what a rush of nostalgia, but also so freaking sweet, like so disgustingly sweet. It's crazy. It was good that they were very sweet because my idea for them was to make a cereal milk latte from the cereal milk from the cereal. You know, I have an iced coffee almost every day, so I like to work in the theme to my coffee somehow. So I was like, how do I work coffee into this childhood theme? Because like children shouldn't be having coffee, and I didn't have coffee as a child, thank God. My idea number 1 was to make cereal milk coffee. I thought this cereal would go perfectly because I love a like cinnamon sugar coffee flavor, you know, and this was absolutely delicious, amazing. I didn't even let like the cereal soak in the milk very long, you know, I just ate the cereal, so it flavored it as I was eating it, and then I left a little bit that I couldn't finish in the bowl for maybe 10 minutes or something, and then I I strained it into my drink, and it was amazing. It was perfect. I didn't add any, it was already like sweet enough from all the sugar in the cereal. Would highly recommend.
And that's about it for this video, the part 1 of this series. There will be another. Thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. If you would like to check out Scentbird yourself, you can use my code, which is ewing, E-W-I-N-G, to get 55% off your first month of Scentbird. And thank you for watching. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, I guess. I got a Patreon. If you want to check that out, you can. There's a bonus video on there once a month for the $5 tier. And that's it. Goodbye.